Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host Ismat Myron, and we are here at the Pokemon Video Game Championship Regionals. I'm your host Ismat Myron, and I'm commentating your round 4 match over here. Both our contestants over here are Melvin and Vishal, both from Singapore over here. Melvin's a very established player over here, as he's won multiple premier challenges over here, and he is very well known into the metagame right now. Whereas our contestant over here, Vishal, he has managed to reach second place in multiple premier challenges over here. He's not managed to reach top cut many times over here, and both players are very well established in the Singapore player game count over here. As we're gonna see right now shortly, I can't wait to see what Pokemon they're gonna bring into the meta. As we see, most of the players in Malaysia over here tend to run most of the consistent Pokemons, I would say, over here. Landorus, Mega Mawile. Sometimes they'll be very varied over here, like they'll run Parish Traps. Not really gimmicky, but very creative teams over here. So I would like to see what Pokemon most of the Singapore players would like to bring into the metagame over here. How would that change things up over here? As you see, both of our contestants over here getting ready. I would like to say it is great that we see more players defying the meta, you know, like for example bringing creative mons with creative moves, or not necessarily creative mons, but let's say staple mons, you know, like the ones where we always see Celia, Amoonguss, Sylveon, Aegislash, Talonflame run various different kind of sets. So I'd like to see maybe a variety of move pools, great plays out of these Singapore players over here, as they are very well known inside the region over here. Aside from that, there are not many Singapore players in this Premier Challenge. Mostly are dominated by Malaysians. So it's great to see that we have foreign friends over here joining the competition here with us. As we see, we are about to get into this round 4 over here, as we get to see Melvin versus Vishal. As we get to see from team preview over here, Melvin Keh is on your left, and he is running the Roll and Wash, Landorus T, possibly Mega Kangaskhan. Well, it is possibly Mega Kangaskhan. It's the only Mega potential in the game for his team. As you see, a Terrakion, Amoonguss, and Aegislash. For over here on your right, we have Vishal running the Heatran, Amoonguss, Sylveon, Landorus, and wow, oddly enough, a Lopunny. Definitely the Mega Evolution over there, and a Thundurus. As you see, both teams running common Pokemon like Landorus, Amoonguss, and I think that's as common as it gets. As we see Roll and Wash from Melvin Keh, I would like to see how it will play the Roll and Wash. Would he have like status conditions, possibly a Thunder Wave, Will-O-Wisp, the Aegislash over there? Might be a utility mon, but it's a very good utility mon, as he has access to King's Substitute, King's Shield, possibly Wide Guard to prevent Hyper Voice spam coming from Vishal's side over here. As we take a look at Vishal's side here, he has quite a few slow mons, I would say. Noticeably is the Amoonguss, Sylveon, and Heatran core over there. Whereas we see both players have locked in their teams over here. We'll have to see what Pokemon these players bring to the game. So I'd like to see how the Lopunny fits inside Vishal's team over here. Because it's a definitely unique Pokemon, as it's very easily knocked out by most Pokemon like Kangaskhan with either a low kick or power up punch, or Conkeldurr especially. As we do see him running the Lopunny and Sylveon core from Vishal's side over here, and the Kangaskhan from Melvin and Aegislash over here. As most likely we will see the outspeed fake out coming out from Lopunny, possibly into either Aegislash, since it will have the scrappy ability over here. If Aegislash does decide to go for King Shield and Vishal decides to go for a fake out on Aegislash, Melvin makes a very good prediction over here. As we do see a withdrawal from Sylveon on the Vishal side, possibly noticing the Aegislash is providing a major threat to his Sylveon over here. As we do see a Mega Evolution coming from Vishal's Lopunny over here, possibly going to a fake out, I would possibly assume onto Kangaskhan. As we do see possibly the Aegislash might go for a Flash Cannon onto the Amoonguss slot, and the Amoonguss can take the hit very well. And we do see a Amoonguss on Vishal's side. It could use Rage Powder, as we do see a Protect coming from Mega Kangaskhan over here, and we do see a fake out onto the Mega Kangaskhan, and Aegislash gets a free substitute on its side over here. Now, with the leftovers over here, so it's good knowledge to know from Vishal that the Aegislash is not weakness policy over here, so it could safely go for fighting type attack onto the Aegislash, but he has the chance of going for King Shield and lowering the attack stat on Lopunny by 2. So here, these are where the mind games come into play over here. Now, it depends on the Kangaskhan side over here. Would he likely attack onto the low punny? Because a Rage Powder is a possible play coming out from Vishal's Amoonguss side over here. And if it is running Rocky Helmet, it's going to take severe amounts of heavy damage. And low punny could finish off the Kangaskhan with a, most likely a fighting type attack with a low kick or either a drain punch, depending on the set that Vishal is running over here. Now, Aegislash is safely behind a substitute over here. Possibly going for a Shadow Ball, I would say, into the Amoonguss. Lower it down a little bit, nerfing it. As we do see a withdraw from the Mega Kangaskhan onto Landorus, getting the Intimidate off onto the physical type attack of Mega Low Punny over here. Excuse me. Significantly neutering the Low Punny over here. As we do see a Rage Powder coming out from Vishal's Amoonguss side over here. And we do see a Loki hitting into the Landorus side over here. Great play from Melvin's side over here, as we do see a stance change. Possibly going for a Flash Cannon or Shadow Ball onto the Amoonguss side over here. Yep, as you do see a Shadow Ball clearly hitting the Amoonguss, as it wouldn't hit normal type Pokemon attacks such as Low Punny. Oh, forgive me, as we do see some more leftovers recovery coming onto the Aegislash over here. Now, Aegislash could safely go for a King Shield over here, and we might see either, for example, a Superpower from Landorus going onto the Low Punny, or the prediction that Vishal might bring out another Pokemon such as his own Landorus or Thundurus for that matter to take the hit. Or he could safely go for a Rock Slide and pray for the flinch that he might get with the Rock Slide. As we do see, Rock Slide's a common attack on most Landoruses. They tend to run it. And he has no safe protects on Vishal's side over here to receive either a Rock Slide or either a knockoff for that matter, getting rid of the Rocky Helmet onto the Amoonguss. But Amoonguss does provide a viable threat for Melvin over here, as it could safely spore onto the Landorus slot over here, as we do see a Landorus running Protect. Now, most Landorus now in the metagame, they tend to run Protect to not get hit on it. As we do see a low kick hitting onto the Aegislash, breaking its substitute, but it does get a free attack over here. That's why it's not going for the King Shield for that matter. As we do see a Hidden Power possibly ice onto the Amoonguss. And it is super effective, so you will most likely think it is Hidden Power Ice. And you see a Spore going onto Landorus. Noticeably, Vishal notices that the Landorus is providing a major threat, possibly scouting out for that choice item, possibly choice Scarf, that he could choice Scarf Superpower onto the Landorus slot. He didn't quite get that prediction, as we do know that it is now not choice, as most choice Landorus don't run Protect over here. Now, the Amoonguss could safely Spore in the next turn onto Landorus slot, and there's nothing he could do about it unless the Landorus KOs it. KOs the Amoonguss before he gets a Spore, as we do see a low kick coming from Low Punny onto the Aegislash over here, knocking it out. That's a very good prediction that he didn't predict the King's Shield over here. And we do see a knockoff from Melvin's Landorus here, knocking out the Amoonguss, which is a great knockout over here, as Kangaskhan could safely enter right now and provide major threat, as the Rage Powder redirection hits from the Amoonguss over here is gone out of the way for Melvin. Now we'll have to see who Vishal bring in over here. His potential could be either a Sylveon or his own Landorus for that matter, as we do see a Sylveon coming out over here. Now Sylveon could safely, to be honest, go for Hyper Voice for that matter, but knowing that the Landorus is not choice, he could safely go for either a Rock Slide. Both Rock Slide from Terrakion and Landorus will make a viable play, but Low Punny could provide major threat if he is running Ice Punch onto the Landorus, or go for another Loki on the Terrakion. But would he do that, fearing that the Terrakion might run Focus Sash? But we do see a Terrakion, Melvin's Terrakion running Protect over here, as we do see an After You from Low Punny, and providing the Hyper Voice onto the Sylveon from the Sylveon onto the Landorus, picking up the KO over here. That's a very good prediction from Vishal, using the After You Hyper Voice over here, making Sylveon's Hyper Voice attack go first. Now he could run that same tactic again onto the Sylveon and safely go for the Hyper Voice, but would he predict the Protect coming from Kangaskhan over here? I think he could safely run it again, or because we don't see a Fake Out pressure coming from the Kangaskhan, as it did run Protect over here. Oh, as we do see a Fake Out coming up from the Kangaskhan going onto the Sylveon. Now if Low Punny over here goes for Low Kick, I think that's good game, as it does go for Low Kick onto the Kangaskhan. I don't think it will KO, it brings it under 50%, as we do see a close combat from Terrakion going onto the Low Punny, picking up the KO over here. Now that's a very good prediction from both ends over here. Knowing that Vishal couldn't go for the same tactic twice as Melvin would not fall for it over here. Vishal is gonna pay that severely by losing the Mega Evolution and Sylveon getting that flinch. Now we see both Pokemon draw all their Pokemon out here as we do see a Heatran. Oh boy, that's not a good sign to see from Vishal over here, as both Pokemon, Kangaskhan and Terrakion, can provide super effective hits onto the Heatran. Now, knowing that knowledge, I'm pretty sure Vishal can make a prediction over here. He might not protect with the Heatran as he might think that's the bigger threat. But honestly, for Melvin, Sylveon is the bigger threat for him as he could knock out, Hyper Voice knock out both Pokemon over here. As we do see the Heatran protecting, if Melvin was a player and he predicted he would close combat onto his, but he didn't. But Kangaskhan does safely return onto Sylveon. Will it pick up the KO? As it does on the second hit. Now Vishal is in a very, very tight spot over here, unless he has Chopper Berry to prevent any super effective fighting type attacks here. Now he should have made the call and just go all out attack regardless, because the Kangaskhan, the Sylveon was in return range, as we do see a Sucker Punch coming onto the Kangaskhan, possibly breaking any potential sashes just in case. As we do see a close combat coming from Terrakion, picking out the KO from Heatran, and that is good game from both your contestants over here of Melvin and Vishal, both from Singapore over here. Now that was a very amazing play that I saw from Vishal over here. That after you Hyper Voice, and that was great unless if the Kangaskhan, Landorus didn't protect, you could pick out the KO. Honestly, it did pick out the KO honestly, but if the Terrakion didn't protect, he could have easily picked out double KOs over here. And that's a very interesting core, because the low bunny runs Fake Out after you. Not much offensive threat, honestly, with the return coming up from it doing less than under 50% over there. And yeah, that was a very interesting game, and what moves that he brought. See, these are the types of creative moves that we were talking about earlier, that low bunny normally will run, like Ice Punch, Fake Out, Drain Punch, and Protect for that matter. But running after you, it helped in that match for Sylveon to go first running the Hyper Voice. If Melvin did not see that coming, he would have easily lost 2 Pokemon over there. So that was a very great play that Melvin protect 1 Pokemon just to scout out what possibly anticipating the Fake Out from the low bunny, but instead it had After You and the Hyper Voice, which dealt many amounts of damage over there. But yeah, so that the 4 Pokemon, Amoonguss, which was easily countered by was it Melvin's side over there, and I can't wait to see, because we've not seen both parties over here run like bring in their Landorus, their Thundurus, which are like the main core over here. We see it slowly dying down in popularity run, as most of the players tend to run counters for that. So it's very wise for both players not to bring their main genies, you would say, for that matter. And it was very interesting that Vishal brought in low bunny, as it brought variance into the metagame. And yeah, we need more players running different sets for that matter. And I wonder what kind of, if he spread the low bunny is running, because max attack did very low, bringing it only under 50% to a Kangaskhan. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to know what set Vishal is running, other than After You, Fake Out, Return. I'd like to know what was that last move, but yeah, that was a very good game by both players. Both made excellent predictions in their game, protecting 1, attacking 1, scouting out the safe moves, so to say, making it safe predictions. But some were challenging, definitely. And yeah, that's it for round 4. I can't wait to see what we're expecting for round 5, definitely. Can't wait to see the different sets that we've seen already in round 4. And yeah, I'm your commentator, Ismat Myron. I'll see you in round 5. Thank you.